So I wanted to share something with you that I read yesterday, and it's just a little passage from Ram Dass. And probably a lot of you are familiar, have heard of Ram Dass before. He actually passed away, I think, at the beginning of this year, or maybe at the very end of last year. But anyways, he was one of the great American masters in terms of yoga, in terms of Eastern philosophy and teaching, who had just an unbelievable impact on the course that the Western world took in regards to yoga and meditation, and very, very, very influential man, very interesting man on many, many levels. And there's a lot of good documentaries out there about him. Probably the best documentary, in my opinion, is one that came out in somewhere in the late 90s. It's called Fierce Grace. It's really, really good. But anyways, this is a quote from Ram Dass. He said, "One day I was sitting in a motel in middle America, and it was one of those really plastic Holiday Inn type places. And I had just arrived, and I went into my room and I sat down and I set up my little altar table and, you know, all that stuff, moving the menu and stuff. And it was kind of depressing. And I thought, well, a few more weeks and I'll be done with this tour and I can go home. And then I saw the pain that that thought was causing me." I'm going to read that line again because it's really important. "I thought, well, a few more weeks and I'll be done with this tour and then I can go home. And then I saw the pain that that thought was causing me. So I got up and I walked out of the room, closed the door, walked down the hall, turned around, came back, unlocked the door and yelled, 'I'm home.' And I came in and I sit down and I looked. And you know, I wouldn't have decorated particularly in this way, but what the hell, you know? I thought, if I'm not at home in the universe, boy, I've got a problem. If I say I can only be home here and not there, I've got a problem. What is home? Home is where the heart is. Home is the quality of presence. It's the quality of being wherever you are. The quality of being wherever you are." And I just love that quote. It just really struck me today, you know, because it relates to so much. It's not necessarily just about being at home, but it's about being at peace, or it's about being content, or it's about being satisfied. All the things that I kind of talk about so regularly in class. If we have to wait 2 or 3 weeks down the road, once I get done with this drudgery, then I can be at peace. Well, it's never really going to come. It has to be here. It has to be here now. You have to be able to find home here. You have to be able to find peace here. You've got to be able to find contentment here. And if you can't, then it's always going to be one step further down the road. It's always going to be one step further down the road. So we've got our yoga practice. Let's do it now. Thank you to Ram Dass for giving us a little bit of guidance about being here now. Be here now. That was his catchphrase. You've all heard it, but it originated from him. Be here now. Hands together at your heart. If I can't be at home here now, I'm never at home.